Did this mother just use a penguin as ammunition for his rocket launcher? All right, we might have to play this. We might have to play it.
We could not fight other players on release.
Oh my God. Will you stream Palworld this month? What's Palworld? Or Palworld? What the fuck is that? Palworld. Palworld, these nuts in your mouth? Something like... I've never seen... What is Palworld? This looks like Pokemon. Is this Pokemon? They look like Pokemon. They do. Look at that fucking slider. I love the political correctness is right in front of you. Okay, because there's an implication here, right? Wait a minute. If the arms can get this big, what else can get that big? You know what I mean? There's an implication here that like go. Ooh, it's multiplayer. This looks like Monster Hunter meets Pokemon. Did that guy just murder a flock of ducks? I'm in. This looks like... Is it Pokemon? Some of these look like Pokemon, but admittedly, I'm not up to date on all of the new Pokemon. It even has a Pokeball. Coming to Xbox in 20... Oh, Windows. Okay, I was going to say, bro, no. Pokemon you can slave and eat. Oh, okay. Well, then probably good.
So you want to be the best Palmon there ever was, huh? Well, today we are covering everything we know so far about Palworld. So stick around to be the best. Today we're going to be talking about what Palworld is, loads of small details that people don't know about the game, and sex? Sex? So first off, the obvious question, what is Palworld? Palworld is known as an open world multiplayer crafting game. Pocket Pair, the team behind Craftopia, has announced Palworld, an open world multiplayer crafting game that allows you to collect and battle alongside creatures.
It's Pokemon. They even say it looks a lot like Pokemon.
Shown in its reveal trailer, these adorable animal pals look an awful lot like Pokemon. And here we have another screenshot. Steam actually says, in this game, you can peacefully live alongside mysterious creatures known as pals, or risk your life to drive off a ruthless poaching syndicate. Pals can be used to...
You mean... Continue.
Fight, or they can be made to work on farms or factories. You can even sell them or eat them. Yes, you heard me right. You can even sell them or eat them. Yeah, in short, Palworld is a mix between Ark Survival Evolved and Pokemon. So far in Palworld, we know the developers are aiming to release at least...
Yo, what? Yo, what?
And Pokemon. So far in Palworld, we know...
Yo, this dude, I'm just trying to keep up. I'm just... Come on. Oh, Jesus! I need a shield. Thank you for volunteering.
They're aiming to release at least
Look how
100
fucking
pals
upset
with
it
the
is.
aim for 140. One thing that makes this game entirely different from other games such as Pokemon is the ability to use guns in Palworld. No evolutions as far as what we know, and you can actually battle alongside your pal in the same fight. Up to this point, Pocket Pair have actually released 45 official pals into the pal deck. Whew. Okay, so now that we've got all of that basic stuff out the way, basic, I know, we're going to be looking at the first proper video with gameplay on Palworld
Ain't no way Pokemon doesn't try to sue them.
so far. Okay, so this is tutorial number 1,
There
how
are
to
many
catch a
pals
pal.
inhabiting Palworld, but we won't be able to catch them like this.
Okay. Are there ducks like this? Can I shoot them?
So how can we catch
There
one?
you go. Yes, sir.
Interesting, just like
Let's
Pokemon.
weaken the pal,
Bam! Bro,
then
run him
throw a
down.
Then throw a sphere. Okay. I've only watched this. You guys probably have as well. But in short, this
job.
shows the first game mechanics of Palworld. And so far, it looks pretty smooth, I must admit.
Palworld has a lot of weapons.
Are you gonna beat it with a bat?
We can use a bat or our fist.
I like that.
I thought it was
like
gonna.
that.
I thought they were gonna beat the shit out of a chicken with a baseball bat, bro.
Yeah, so far, as you
A
can
bow
see,
is probably easier.
we will be
Pink me
using
up.
a lot of different weapons. I've actually got a
Of
screenshot
course,
here.
there are guns.
That looks just like that. The Johto starter, the green starter, or the grass type starter. I can't remember the name of the
Of loads
Pokemon.
of different
But
weapons.
ammo
So I'll
is
show
It
it
literally
on the
looks
screen
just
now.
like him.
Assault rifles are useful in team
There's the Eevee. That's Flareon, right? Chikorita's evolved form, yeah.
fights.
Oh.
Rocket launch.
I like this very much. A-Leaf,
now.
there it is.
Assault rifles are useful in team fights.
I just want to point out it pans over to a dude literally staring down a conglomerate of what we can only conceivably say are ducks with a fucking RPG. All right? He's gaming.
rocket launcher if the fighting is tough.
Penguins, you're on fucking copium right now.
Cleanup time.
Pretty good. Pretty
After
good.
weakening a pal, throw a spear, throw a spear, throw a spear, throw a spear.
So you capture them with little balls that you throw at them. I think this is a little close.
So as you can see, if we just pause it right there we go. So you can see here, we have got a capture chance. So it seems that you threw it quite
even capture
further away, so it seems that the capture chance is a bit less. And not only that, but it seemed to be the more damage you deal, the more capture chance you have. And also it will vary between each Pokemon as well. As you can see, yeah, right here, you see that 50% chance.
Throw
And that goes up to 68% chance. So I'm assuming, right, that's based off the range, how far they are. That begs the question then, did you notice at the start how it kind of deflects it as well?
World.
If you guys watch here, so look, you see how that went from 8 to 9% chance as he got closer, and then it bounces off? I see. And you can see there, Chick Egg level 2 has repelled the sphere, hurt them more. There's a lot to this game, there's a lot to this game.
Hurt
okay,
them
so as
more.
you saw, there's a lot of interesting things in there. One thing to mention as well, which I kind of haven't really talked about, you don't actually get a starter. Now, I know this is a bit weird for
I love how he put Pokemon on the screen.
people. But yeah, you literally don't get a starter. You start off, I think, with a weapon. Yeah, you start off with capture spheres, I'm assuming, and also a weapon to capture your first Pokemon. There are no starters in this game, so that's very interesting. Okay, so I'm going to show you another tutorial video now. This is actually probably a better one. Basically, it shows you how to raise pals. There is a lot of information.
Do you level them up and they learn new abilities? I'm just spitballing. Have we considered that as a possibility? Have we considered maybe adding NPCs to the game that we may perhaps need to fight in some way that would help us progress to some sort of ultimate group of NPCs that we might have to fight together? Perhaps 8 or groups of 4.
In this video that I'm going to be showing you guys right now. Are you ready? Are you ready for me to press play? Are you sure? Are you sure you're ready?
Press it!
Okay, right, let's go. Yes.
Palworld is home to a large number of different pals.
Oh my god, it
From
looks so
cool
good.
pals to cute little pals. There are over 100 known species of pals
Over 100 known
throughout the world.
species.
Today, let's explore how to rate some of these pals.
That's not Lucario. It looks like Lucario. It feels like Lucario, but it's actually a different shade of brown. And so it is not. I will say that the graphics in the game look acceptable.
Okay. So we have got right here a weapon.
Legally distinct Lucario, exactly. It's technically Anubis.
Now, if you've ever played Ark, this kind of looks like Ark. So we've got command attack, command chase, so we can chase the pal, I guess, if it's over there. Command retreat. We can feed the Anubis. Emote? Can we emote? Or
I like that you can interact more with them. They're actually playing on the fact. I thought Pokemon should have done this forever. Being able to interact more with your Pokemon. I'm so sorry. Pal is a very important part of the game, I feel like, before you choose to eat them.
can the Anubis emote? That's my question.
Is there a feed blue emote? Is there just an option to feed myself where we cut the animal in half?
I'm assuming us, and we can pet Anubis, because it would say Anubis emote. Okay, so we can pet, we can feed, we can command. This is looking good so far.
No
So
matter
that's
how
like
much
little
you
basic
shower
stuff.
your pal with
Yeah,
love,
that is not Lucario, that is Anubis.
it will never actually become stronger. Even if it might look strong, if its level is low, it'll be taken out in an instant by weaker pals.
Yeah, I see.
So, how does it become stronger?
As you can
Average
see
Blue
here as
Squadron
well,
chatter.
This is another thing that's very important. I actually had a look over this. You can see here on the right side, I don't know if they meant to put this in or not, but you can literally see what Anubis can work for. So as you can see here, there's kindling, planting, handiwork, lumbering.
Okay, so there's life skills. So you can literally level up their life skill levels and then force them to do manual labor. Morally ambiguous. I like it.
Medicine production, transport,
And you can feed them nothing but food. It's perfect.
watering, generating electricity, gathering, mining, cooling, and farming. And that is the energy level, which I'm assuming the higher energy, the better they can work. This looks interesting. And then as you can see here, we've got a health bar and a food bar. And then you can see the stats here. So we've got attack, defense, and work speed. And if you look at the top, this is another interesting thing. There's definitely 1,000,000% gonna be a Pokédex, which is called Pal Deck.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I could have heard. I could have sworn you said, but you misspoke there. The PAL deck, that has to be completely different. Bro, they couldn't even change the name? It literally is Pokédex and now it's PAL deck, bro.
See up here, we've also got technology, don't know what that says, inventory, guild, so you can make a guild together, and obviously options as well. And you can see here, you see these stars, we'll get into this later in the video, but you can actually feed loads of Anubises to one Anubis to level it up, which I'm assuming increases the stars. Now, one thing I'm not too sure about is CT. I don't know if that's like PP on Pokemon, which is like how many times you can use it. I don't know, but obviously it's power
Surely not.
25, which that's pretty cool.
Surely.
Yeah, that's all we can get from this so far. And sanity as well. That's another thing. Interesting. That must be.
Oh, for
the more you
confusion
work,
attacks.
the more your sanity goes down. So if your sanity gets below like 0, you're not eligible to work.
Pals level up and become stronger by defeating other pals.
Shock.
For example, here we can see Anubis defeating the pal.
That's a
when he
duck.
does,
That's
it
a,
levels
yeah.
up.
That's a
Okay,
dead-ass
so you
duck.
can see there as well. Do you see
I
the
like
damage
this video.
diff there? What level is Anubis, I wonder?
Anubis defeating the pal.
But look at that, 132
And when
damage.
it does,
434 damage, goddamn. And he's at level 6. So in short, if you want to, I would not use the bow.
Levels up.
Okay, that's interesting.
Anubis' level has risen from 5 to 6, and it learned a new skill, Forceful Charge.
New skill. Okay, so we've got the CT here, power 90. That was 6.
They even learn skills as they level up, bro. Are they sure they can't get, like, legally? They're okay, right?
600 damage with 25 power. That could be like 1,800 damage, right? In theory.
Yes.
Yes.
This is a good recipe. In fairness, it's a good recipe. Being able to interact like this is kind of a cool game. I love the Pokemon
So
games.
as you can see here, this is actually a special skill specifically for Anubis. So I'm assuming each pal has a special skill as well. That's quite interesting to look at.
In this way, as the level increases, pals learn new skills.
Yep, makes sense.
Now let's level up one more time. And one more time. What's that? That's an unusual looking
Those are Lapras.
pal.
Yeah, so this pal, as you can see, it's called Relaxaurus Lux. I'm pretty sure Lux is an electric type. So the Relaxaurus are these guys right here.
It's Pokemon, but if you lose the gym battle, you can just take out your AK and win the gym battle, if you will.
As you can see, this is kind of like a mutated one. A dragon type, one of these guys, and a lightning type has bred to make these guys. Now, obviously, this is just a natural occurrence, so we could walk around and see these guys everywhere. Or if you wanted to actually make this pal, you could do that by breeding them two together, or you could just capture this guy straight up.
In Palworld, some pal have different attributes from normal.
I wonder which pals can actually breed with each other, because like as a biologist, I'd be interested to know the ecology. Like, this game for me is going to come down to the ecosystem. If they design it a lot like Monster Hunter World was, and I played a ton of Monster Hunter World. If they design it a lot like Monster Hunter World was, where like the monsters all or like the pals all fight each other, and there's like a clear like hierarchy and like food chain, and like they're following like their general ecosystem that they should be like following, and they do the things that they should be doing. I think it actually has potential to be an amazing game.
Species.
Again, I'm curious what their definition for a species is, because by the biological species concept, a species is denoted by anything that you can have sex with and actually produce fertile offspring. So technically, for example, by the biological species concept, dogs and wolves are technically the same species. But like obviously we as humans choose to differentiate them. So I'm clear where they drew. I'm curious where they drew the line in the game.
They're not very common, and it hasn't always mean they're very strong.
Oh my god,
in
he just ate
addition
him.
to learning skills by leveling up, we can also teach skills to our pals by using skill fruit.
Yeah, so these are
which
the
we
skill
can find
fruits.
throughout the world.
So as you
Here's
can
one
see
here.
it says skill fruit, destruction beam. So this guy, this skill fruit
What, you think these skills grow on trees?
right here is destruction beam. Now I'm not sure whether you can grab more than one skill fruit, because as you can see, there's two there.
Simply grab the skill
See that? We could grab another one. I don't know if we can or not. But
fruit,
this is kind of like
open your
TM's.
inventory, and teach it to a pal you'd like
There you
to.
go, destruction beam.
In this way, we can teach some new
He literally just learned a new
interesting
skill.
skills to our pals that they might not learn by leveling up.
Oh, how'd you learn that skill? I found it. I was a berry growing on a tree, and then it just immediately fucking just destroys it, dude. What the fuck, dude?
Look at that. That looks sick.
Pals also have partner skills unique to their species. For example, the pairing I'm currently riding has a buff that turns all my attacks into fire attacks.
Did he just shoot that Bulbasaur?
That's pretty
There are
cool.
also equipment type pals.
Eevee is not having a good day today. All right? Look, if you've ever been so mad in Pokemon, if you want to punish a Pokemon, what you do is you catch it and then you say, "Welcome to the box." And you put it in a virtual box and you never take it out again. And this is ethical because it's a children's game. In this game, you simply shoot it with a rocket launcher.
Some of these heal the player,
Please shoot the dolphin.
and
Damn
others
it.
allow you to use the firearms while riding them. Oh, there's a lucky pal.
Lucky pal, there it is. So that's just like a normal shiny pal. You know, one thing I do wish they had though.
I mean, I think he meant to say shiny Pokemon. So they even have shiny pals in the game. There's even rare pals. Do they have Eevees? Do they have... like, if I catch this one, is it the same stats as this one? You know what I mean?
It's because it's a shiny. I really hope they like change the color scheme of it instead of just...
Well, theoretically, this one is a shiny, so you should kill that one and then skin it and then mount it on your wall as a trophy. Or you could put its skin on another one's skin. As long as we're being morally ambiguous, why not just go the whole way and Dahmer this shit? You know what I mean?
just make it glowy. It's still really
Any Ed Gein fans?
cool though.
Those are very rare and very strong.
Very strong. Interesting. Good to know.
In addition to skills, we can also
Yeah, so this is what I was talking about before. Basically, in short, if we have loads of Anubises, we can increase the strength of these guys. So as you can see here, max health, attack, and defense is all going up. And also their passive ability by the looks of it. See how that's level 2 now? So as you can see, their partner skill right now is level 1. So the more souls we put into this, the higher the partner skill is.
The more souls? You're literally...
As well.
harvest the souls of pals to then enhance certain stats, further increasing pal strength.
Yeah, so you can choose there. You can choose
Souls
between
of
attacks.
pals to then enhance certain
See, and you guys got all offended when I talked about skinning the thing, but now we're talking about sucking out its soul.
stats, further
Right here, you can choose between max health, attack, defense, and work speed.
increasing pal strength. We can also make pals together to try creating new unique
Oh god,
pals
am I about to get
that are
canceled?
even
Oh,
stronger
thank god.
than before. In this
Yo!
way, pals training is pretty deep.
Okay, so you mulch this one. So you...
Adventuring throughout the world, training and perfect
Okay, so you mulch this one and you keep that one. Easy.
training is pretty deep.
Straight into the mulcher.
Adventuring throughout the world, training and perfecting the ultimate pals. This is what Palworld is all about. We hope you'll have a lot of fun raising your pals in Palworld.
It
Goodbye.
does look good. It looks so good. Oh. Okay, so we've had a brief little overview over both the tutorials. Now I'm going to be talking about what's actually being confirmed. This is actually disappointing saying this because I love this. In January, this game is dropping and there will be no PvP. I don't know for how long, but it has been confirmed.
Did this motherfucker just use a penguin as ammunition for his rocket launcher? All right, we might have to play this. We might have to play it.
We cannot fight other players on release.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
How long? But it has been confirmed. We cannot fight other players
Oh god, are you okay? Oh shit.
on release. Kind of sad, I know. But that's all right. I'm sure it'll come out in like a month or so. It won't take too long, I'm sure. Okay, and as you saw in one of the trailers, Palworld will likely be launched with a biome system. So there'll be different biomes like volcanoes.
Remember, like I said, I was like, it's gonna come down to the ecosystem that they
a
built.
winter biome, a grassland, a sand biome. Loads of different biomes will be implemented into this game. And on top of that, there'll also be rural areas.
Imagine just going along on your sled. Took him
and
out,
villages
man.
around the map for trading purposes.
Oh! Oh! Oh, God! Oh, my God! Poor J-Kun is just going through the
And
game.
on top of
Loses his Pokemon. Hey,
there'll
Blue,
also be
watch out
rural
for the
areas
what?
And villages around the map for trading
Bam!
purposes.
Sounds like a you problem, pussy.
And maybe even battling purposes, although this hasn't been confirmed. There are also confirmed
It is cooperative. They said that at the start, so you can play with other people.
3 different types of pals other than normal pals. So there's alpha pals, which alpha pals, also known as bosses, are huge pal variants with titles. You can actually capture them. There are also lucky pals, as we saw in the tutorial just before. Lucky pals are shining variants of pals. There is no further known information about them. And finally,
Interesting.
we've got fusion pals, which is under breeding. Some pals can be created by breeding 2 specific species together. So for
Okay.
example, that lightning guy.
What the fuck? Not only can you
species
shoot a gun,
together. So for example,
you can have them shoot a gun. And this isn't just a fucking gun. This is a mounted automatic fucking weapon.
that lightning guy that we saw before, that lightning dragon guy. Now, we don't know too much about alpha pals, lucky pals, and fusion pals, but what we do know is alpha pals are OP, and you can catch them, and they are massive. So, I don't know about you.
That's not Celebi. That's
but I'm gonna be catching
not the
some.
same.
Another big detail that's coming out to Palworld is when your pal dies, it's literally gone forever. Like, you cannot get it back. Another thing that we mentioned earlier, pals can also be sold for money or slaughtered for food. So that begs the question, how
Can you name them?
are we gonna sell?
I'm just wondering. Can I get attached to it? You know what I mean? Can I name it? I bet you can. I'm going to name the first one Garnier. And he's going to feed me.
Pals for money if it's illegal. Now, I'll tell you how. You could argue in players, but I think there's going to be some sort of black market that allows you to sell your pals on some sort of black market.
Homie just wanted some fruit.
Be some sort of black market that allows you to sell
look,
your
an
pals
apples.
on some sort of
Oh,
black market
shit.
Pokédex or something. I have no clue, but that's my speculation. There's going to be some sort of underground evil base that you can go to where you can sell your pals and you can slaughter them as well. Another thing as well, which I've actually never heard of until recently, there will be likely different types of pal spheres. If you remember those Pokeball-like things, if you go on the Wikipedia, you can actually see there are 2 different types of pal spheres.
I don't know why you would call them a Pokeball. This is completely different. A Pokeball is something that you throw at a Pokemon and it has a chance to catch it. And then there's different grades of it. A Palball is something that you throw at the pal and it bounces off, which is a distinct difference than landing and placing it inside of it. It just bounces off, and then you have a chance of catching it just like the Pokeball.
Is so far. Yeah, on the Wikipedia, it shows pal spheres, which are like normal Pokeballs, and then you've also got mega spheres, which I'm assuming they're like great balls. They're like better versions of normal pal spheres. Okay, and lastly, each pal will have...
Oh my God. This dude is running an underground pink Meowth fucking slave ring, bro.
unique fighting styles and also building styles. For example, fire types being able to cook, lightning types being able to provide power, water types being able to grow crops, and more. Overall,
Team Rocket. Yes, but as long as we're talking about morally ambiguous, can we join Team Rocket? It's an innocent question. Had to be asked.
think Palworld's going to be an amazing game that hopefully lives up to the hype it has brought us. But yeah, on a serious, if you guys want to learn any more information about the game yourself, I'd
Yeah, it's
definitely
totally different than a Pokemon.
and watching all 40.
It's super different. See, the Pokeball doesn't come completely apart like this one does. Totally different.
Videos of the PAL deck. There is a lot of information on there which I might have overlooked. Or you could just simply go on the Wikipedia on Palworld and do some research yourself. But I'll be honest, don't sweat. This game will literally be releasing in a month from now, which is January, as early access. So we will literally get all of the details then. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to share. If there's anything I've missed out, let me know down in the comments below. And if this has helped you out a lot, then consider subscribing, baby. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, so thank you.
Yeah, I feel like it's Monster Hunter meets Pokemon, and I'm on board for that, man. I'm absolutely on board for that. Here's the video right here. Give it an upvote. Give him a sub. Absolutely. Yeah, this I'll play this for sure. I will absolutely play this. It looked cool. I love Pokemon. I love Monster Hunter. Why not both? In worst case scenario, we can complain while we play the game. Easy peasy. It's just that simple.